Why does climbing the career ladder make you feel more empty the higher you get? You land the promotion, get the corner office, buy the luxury car, and somehow feel less satisfied than before. Pause for a moment. Socrates asked this too. Picture Athens, 391 BCE. Here's a man who could have been rich, could have been politically powerful, could have accumulated all the status symbols his society valued. But he chose something else entirely. Why? Let's examine this together, the way Socrates would. What are you really chasing when you chase success? Recognition? Security? The feeling that you matter? Socrates would ask, do these things actually give you what you're seeking? He noticed something profound in his own time. The wealthiest merchants in Athens weren't the happiest. The most powerful politicians weren't the most fulfilled. The people with the greatest social status often felt the most lost. So what was missing? In Plato's Apology, Socrates reveals his revolutionary discovery. He spent his life questioning people who seemed successful. Craftsmen, politicians, poets. Each one claimed to know what the good life meant. Yet when pressed, none could actually explain it. Here's where it gets interesting. Socrates realized that chasing external validation is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. You can pour achievement after achievement into it, but it never feels full because you're looking outside yourself for something that can only come from within. But what does that actually mean? Socrates believed true fulfillment comes from self-knowledge. Understanding your own values, your own purpose, your own definition of a life well lived. Not society's definition, yours. Think about it this way. When you're climbing someone else's ladder, you're measuring yourself by someone else's ruler. Socrates chose to build his own ladder, one that led inward rather than upward. In Xenophon's Memorabilia, we see this in action. Socrates found deep satisfaction in conversation, in helping others discover truth, in living according to his principles. He was offered escape from his death sentence but refused, because compromising his values for external comfort felt like a betrayal of his true self. So how do we apply this today? Start by questioning your assumptions about success. Ask yourself Socratic questions. What do I actually value? What brings me genuine joy, not just temporary pleasure? What would I pursue if no one was watching or judging? Socrates discovered that external achievements are like shadows on a wall. They're not the real thing. The real thing is becoming who you're meant to be. Living according to your deepest principles, contributing to the world in your unique way. Here's the paradox he uncovered. When you stop chasing external validation and start pursuing authentic fulfillment, you often end up more successful by conventional standards anyway. But more importantly, you feel genuinely satisfied because the achievements align with who you actually are. The career ladder isn't the problem. Climbing someone else's ladder is. Socrates showed us that the most radical act is defining success for yourself, then having the courage to pursue it. 2,400 years later, his question remains. Will you live according to your own examined values, or will you let others define what your life should look like? The choice, as Socrates knew, is always yours. If these ancient insights spark something in you, subscribe for more wisdom that bridges the gap between timeless philosophy and modern life.